أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين الحمد لله رب العالمين. Fellow Gambians, my Muslim brothers and sisters, all thanks and praises be to the Almighty Allah for the opportunity to join other Muslims the world over in commemorating the feast of Eid-ul Adha, more commonly known to us here in the Gambia as Tobaski. On this special occasion, I would like to extend to you my heartfelt congratulations and most fervent prayers for the Almighty Allah to accept the good deeds and supplications of all faithful Muslims. Fellow Muslims, as we all know, the feast of Eid-ul Adha reminds us of Prophet Ibrahim's absolute submission to the will of Allah when he was ready to sacrifice his only son, Ismail, thereby demonstrating his love for Allah above all other concerns or interests. This seminal submission to Allah's command by Prophet Ibrahim ﷺ has since become the touchstone or test for all true faithfuls. Therefore, we should endeavor to imbibe the lessons of commitment and obedience to higher authority inherent in Prophet Ibrahim ﷺ's willingness to sacrifice his son to the will of Allah, which Eid-ul Adha commemorates. The significance of these lessons is to demonstrate what a true Muslim should be. A true Muslim should always obey what Almighty Allah has ordained and to abstain from anything that he has prohibited. In the same way, true Muslims should not harbor hate or unleash violence on others or wrongfully take the life of another human being. In fact, all those who save lives and help the poor and the suffering will always benefit from the rewards and blessings of the Almighty Allah. Fellow Muslims and fellow Gambians, as we celebrate Eid-ul Adha this year, we witness Muslims the world over being confronted with one crisis or another in all walks of life, from the outbreak of the dreadful, deadly Ebola crisis in West Africa to the senseless brutality of wars and violence unleashed on innocent people in various parts of the world. We should remember the victims of these crises in our prayers so that the Almighty Allah may bring relief and solace to all those in need and protect those who have been spared the evil and brutality of others or the tragic afflictions of nature. Fellow Gambians, the feast of Eid-ul Adha is not only a moment for merrymaking with family and friends, but also one of deep introspection, self-searching, and indeed also a moment for benevolence and beneficence to one another, especially the less fortunate. Let us remember that caring for one another or being good to others is not only for these moments of religious festivities and celebrations, but it should be part of the everyday life of every Muslim. In other words, being good to others should not only be occasional or seasonal, but be an integral part of the personality of the faithful. On this occasion, I should appeal to all fellow Gambians to be aware of those who tend to be adherents of true Islam when in fact They represent the lunatic fringe of our peace-loving religion. Let me also convey my gratitude to all fellow Gambian Muslims for being true Muslims. I am truly proud of this country, as it is the only country I know where a high level of tolerance and respect for other religions and faiths are exemplary in the world today. Here, we do not show antagonism to any individual or group because of their religious affiliations. We do not pass judgment on others because of their religious beliefs and practices, as such judgment should be left to the Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Fellow Gambians, this year's Tobaski feast is taking place at a time when we are on the verge of celebrating the 20th anniversary of the glorious July 22nd revolution. The 20 years of our revolution have been momentous for the Gambia. During this period, there have been remarkable and indeed unprecedented achievements in the country in all fields of endeavor. We have made significant progress both in the productive sectors and social sectors, particularly in education, health, agriculture, and public infrastructure. These achievements have permeated all levels of society and have brought progress and security to Gambians and non-Gambians resident in the country. I extend my thanks and felicitation to all those patriotic Gambians and true friends of the Gambia who have made these historic achievements possible. We will never relent in our commitment to transform the Gambia into an ultra-modern country. And that being the case, I hereby continue to enjoin all Gambians to be geared towards that direction. We must remain steadfast and hardworking, especially as we strive to attain food self-sufficiency. In this regard, I will reiterate my call for Gambians, especially the youth, to embrace agriculture, honesty, and hard work, since these are the surest ways of attaining genuine independence, self-reliance, and national dignity. I believe we are on course to achieving our national development objectives under Vision 2016 and Vision 2020. In this connection, I reaffirm our commitment to eradicating poverty in the country. But I count on all Gambians to desist from the easy tendency of embracing self-inflicted poverty, whereby one sits idly by, hoping that good fortune would descend from the heavens without using one's God-given talent and energy to work and improve one's livelihood. Let me repeat. In this connection, I reaffirm our commitment to eradicating poverty in this country. But I count on all Gambians to desist from the easy tendency of embracing, quote, self-inflicted poverty, unquote, whereby one idly sits by, hoping that good fortune will descend from the heavens without using one's God-given talent and energy to work and improve one's livelihood. What we need today is the change of attitude from complacent and dependent mindsets to more forward-looking and achievement-oriented dispositions. We in the Gambia should be very grateful to the Almighty Allah for the peace and tranquility that prevail in our country. A divine gift we must at all times endeavor to jealously protect and defend as we strive for greater prosperity for all Gambians and non-Gambians in this country. Finally, I have the greatest pleasure and privilege to once again wish you all a happy Tobaski. Dewenati, alamambe mabela jarita, yala taunu, emwori, yasami mat mban, adna waga khale koyoyi, emteka ulatu mata yeti bulai, ajarama. Thank you for your kind attention.